Assalamu alaikum, students. Cardiovascular disorders from Chapter 3, Human Circulatory System Biology. We're discussing cardiovascular disorders. What are cardiovascular disorders? Diseases related to the heart, or diseases that involve the heart or blood vessels, are collectively called cardiovascular disorders or cardiovascular diseases. The first one is coronary heart disease, where the narrowing of the coronary artery or a blockage within it restricts the path, preventing blood from reaching the heart muscles. Such a condition is called arteriosclerosis. Now, what is the coronary artery? The coronary artery is a very important blood vessel, a main blood vessel that supplies oxygen-rich blood to the heart muscles themselves. When it gets blocked or plaques start forming inside it, fatty deposits start accumulating, what we call lipoproteins, where the level of low-density lipoproteins starts to rise, and fat-like substances start depositing inside the vessel or artery. Then the risk of coronary heart disease increases. What generally happens in arteriosclerosis? Essentially, the walls of the artery become thick and start to harden, and it is said that this occurs specifically because the path of the coronary artery becomes narrowed or blocked, which then leads to atherosclerosis. What is the cause of atherosclerosis? Fat deposits, high blood pressure, smoking, diabetes, and a sedentary lifestyle. A lifestyle involving prolonged sitting, meaning a person does most of their work while seated. While a person sleeps at night, if they remain inactive during the day, do no work, and have no exercise in their lifestyle or daily routine, this becomes a cause of coronary heart disease. What are its symptoms? First of all, its symptoms are asymptomatic, meaning in the early stages of this disease, no symptoms are shown. Later on, the stages emerge as immunity begins to weaken, or the disease has progressed significantly, or the blockage inside the coronary artery becomes severe, then the symptoms appear. This involves severe chest pain, in addition to feeling discomfort, and this condition continues to worsen. There will be chest pain, difficulty breathing, and a feeling of discomfort as if the chest is very tight, or the person may also keep coughing. There is a separate reason for the coughing, as it also affects the lungs. Apart from this, the person is unable to sleep properly. They feel as though there is suffocation in their chest or they are under a lot of pressure. Besides this, there is another term besides atherosclerosis. This is a specific type, atherosclerosis, in which fat and cholesterol build up in the artery along with other substances, and plaque starts to form. Similarly, arteriosclerosis is also a general hardening of the arterial wall. The artery walls become narrow and hard, but atherosclerosis is a specific type of arteriosclerosis itself, in which fatty deposits, fat and cholesterol, start to accumulate inside the artery. Next, students, what are the risk factors? Family history can also be a cause. Obesity, excessive accumulation of body fat, high blood pressure, high cholesterol levels, and lifestyle factors increase the risk factors for coronary heart disease. Now, what are the preventive measures? You should eat a healthy diet, exercise regularly, avoid smoking, maintain your blood pressure, and keep checking your cholesterol levels. What are the complications? If left untreated, meaning if you don't get it treated, coronary heart disease can become a severe condition, potentially leading to myocardial infarction or heart failure. Now, what is myocardial infarction? It means the death of heart muscles. Meaning, myocardium means heart muscle, and infarction refers to the death of those tissues. That is, the death of the heart's tissues and muscles. The death of heart muscles is called myocardial infarction, and it is commonly known as a heart attack. When does this happen? When blood flow does not reach the heart muscles properly for a long time due to a blockage, it leads to the death of heart muscles. Now, what is the cause of this? One cause is a blockage in the coronary artery at one or more points. Additionally, it forms blood clots over atherosclerotic plaques, which start accumulating there. The passage becomes narrow. As you can see in the diagram, this is the artery, and fat has started depositing inside it. Look, the path for the blood has narrowed. Now, the blood cannot flow through it easily. Its symptoms include chest pain, tightness, feeling pressure in the chest, shortness of breath, sweating, and pain that starts in the arm and travels to the neck and jaw. In all three of these areas, the pain is felt on the left side. What is its treatment? Emergency treatment should be sought, and medications should be given to help dissolve the clots so that the passage opens up. Apart from this, there is angioplasty, which helps open a blocked artery, and stenting is another technique used to open arteries where a stent is inserted. A stent is, you could say, a tiny piece of metal that helps in widening the vessel. Angioplasty is a technique in which a catheter is inserted into an artery in your left arm, and through this catheter, certain chemicals, substances, or a balloon are injected to help open the narrowed passage within the artery. If it doesn't open, then stenting is performed, where a tiny metal stent is inserted to open up the passage, expanding the artery slightly so that blood flow can occur easily. Now, what are the complications here? If complications arise, it could lead to heart failure, arrhythmias, meaning an irregular heartbeat, or even sudden cardiac arrest, where the heart stops, requiring CPR to be performed to get the patient's heart pumping and beating again. Now, what is its prevention? Maintaining your weight with a healthy diet. Keep your weight in check by eating a healthy diet. Additionally, avoid smoking, exercise regularly, and control your blood pressure, cholesterol levels, and diabetes. The third one is angina pectoris. Angina pectoris is commonly referred to as an angina attack. What actually happens during an angina attack? There is chest pain, discomfort, and reduced blood flow, meaning the heart muscles do not receive enough blood. This is caused by a blockage in the coronary artery or any other related problem. What are the symptoms of angina pectoris? Coronary heart disease indicates that the heart muscles are not receiving enough oxygen, which results in an angina attack. What are the symptoms? This also involves chest pain, discomfort, and pressure on the chest. There is a squeezing sensation, as if one is feeling suffocated, with heavy pressure applied to the chest, a feeling of heaviness and pain starting from the shoulder and spreading to the neck and arms. Its treatment involves changing your lifestyle, taking medication, and undergoing procedures like angioplasty or stent placement. Now, what are the complications that arise here? If left untreated, it will eventually cause a myocardial infarction, which increases the risk of a heart attack or heart failure. Now we will discuss some harmful effects related to smoking that lead to heart disease. Smoking is a major factor for heart disease. Smoking does not just affect our entire respiratory system, including our oral cavity, nose, bronchi, bronchioles, and lungs, but it is also a major risk factor for the heart, affecting it as well. So, how does smoking increase the risk of atherosclerosis? Atherosclerosis is a condition where the walls of the heart arteries become hard and thick. Smoking accelerates this because it damages the endothelium of the artery, the inner layer we discussed in our previous lecture on blood vessels, along with the elastic muscles and connective tissues. When it gets damaged, plaque starts to form due to that damage, and the artery begins to harden. What is the second harmful effect? An increased risk of blood clot formation. It creates a blood clot. Smoking increases these chances, where it promotes clotting, as platelets start to aggregate inside the artery and begin to form a clot. That clot blocks the path of the coronary artery. The coronary artery is a vital and important artery that supplies oxygen-rich blood to the heart muscles. It starts to block that and becomes the cause of a myocardial infarction. What is the third harmful effect besides this? Elevated blood pressure. Smoking increases blood pressure, which causes vasoconstriction, meaning the vessels start to narrow and constrict. What is the fourth one? Abnormalities occur in the heart rate and rhythm, which are arrhythmias. An irregular heartbeat is very dangerous. Smoking affects the heart by preventing the heartbeat from maintaining its regular rhythm and increasing it. If the rhythm becomes irregular, it causes the heart rate to increase. When the heart rate rises, the heart doesn't beat as it should, leading to disturbances in its rhythm, which promotes heart-related problems and causes heart diseases. This can lead to a heart attack as well as several other complications. Furthermore, there is reduced oxygen delivery. Carbon monoxide from cigarette smoke binds to hemoglobin, the pigment in red blood cells, more effectively than oxygen does, thereby reducing the blood's oxygen-carrying capacity, meaning blood cells cannot carry oxygen as they should. The sixth point is the impact on overall cardiovascular health. Smoking narrows the arteries in the legs, which can later put a strain on the heart, leading to heart disease because this strain causes the heart to become tense. Harmful effects of smoking that lead to heart-related diseases. But also look at the diagram. It shows that smoking narrows blood vessels, makes the blood sticky, helps in clot formation, raises triglycerides, lowers good cholesterol, increases bad cholesterol, quickly affects the heart and its blood vessels, damages the artery lining, and increases the formation of fatty plaque inside the blood vessels. Reduces the blood's ability to carry oxygen and causes the heart to work harder. When it beats faster and the rhythm becomes irregular, it leads to heart problems. Lecture for today.